Hello, everyone. Carlos Flores, back on basics. So, before we begin the video today, don't forget to subscribe to Back on Basics 9985. Hit the notification button so that way you can get notified every time a video comes on, is published. And as a matter of fact, I checked and I have the channel has over 88 videos on different topics. And so, stories, fun activities that I've done with our kids. Some of the things that I do in what I did in presentations, what I've done with psychology, what I've done with uh, life balance. I've told my stories to different people, to different groups, to high schoolers. I mean, there's a lot of different videos in, and then on top of that, there are some soothing music, instrumental music, just listening to really soothing sounds where you can use to meditate, you can use to pray, you can use to go to sleep. You can use that because again, right? This machine here, I'll call it a machine. Uh, Sometimes runs a little bit more than what you think, and so sometimes we can't sleep, or sometimes we're not focused because the our brains are constantly just processing, even though we think that we're resting, we're not, because our brains are not resting. And so that's the importance of having that, mind body balance. And so we'll talk about that a little bit. Hit the like button if you like this video. If you have a specific topic that you want me to give you my opinion on, just let me know in the comment section. And so today I want to talk to you about the importance of communication between parents and their children. And this could be young children, this could be teenagers, this could be adult children and their parents. And so, communication is very important anyways. And I'm an advocate about communicating things with everybody in your support system. And so, one of the first things that I wanted to just tell you is the importance of your children and other family members to be part of your support system. They're the people that know you best. They're the people that have been there through the good times and bad times and okay times. And they're the ones who connect with you so that way you are balanced. They're the ones who know you. They're the ones who know when you're sad, when you're angry, when you're happy, when you achieve goals, when you do a lot of different things. And so having your children and other family members as part of your support system is actually very good, because you can go off and talk to them and see their perspective on how you're doing, what you need to adapt, any suggestions. Again, support systems are supposed to suggest to you, and then you make the final call because it is your goal, right? And so by doing that, you're actually saying, hey, I appreciate your help, that I want to take just like feedback and comments from you. Your kids will love that because it's very important for them to be involved, because it does a couple things. One, it shows trust. It shows that you trust them enough that you're willing to share things that are going on in your life. Two, it actually shows them that you love them, that you appreciate them, because that way you actually are showing them that they're that much important, which they are, right? They're your kids. And then actually, three, now that I'm thinking about it, the third one is they're learning from your mistakes and your adaptation. They see you. Your children don't just follow what you say, but they also look at you when you're not paying attention. So remember, be mindful, right? Be here in the moment, here and now, because Your kids sometimes see you at your best and at your worst. And so make sure that you're aware of what the things that you're saying and doing. And so because they're looking at you, no matter how small they are, no matter how old they are, if they're adults, they'll look at you as an example. You as a mother, as a father, as a stepfather, as a stepmother, as a parent in general, any type of parent, they look to you kind of like as a marker, as a guide, because you are the adult that's actually taking care of them. And so so they learn the good and the bad from you. So be mindful and also remember that even though you think that they don't know what's going on, believe me, they do. So know that sometimes the conversations that you and your children have, uh you're gonna be surprised because they will bring up things that you don't realize that they know about. But because of the clues, because of the nonverbal clues, because of the way that you act, because of the way that the family members talk about, they know what's going on a lot of the times. So communication is very important because communication means that it's a two-way street, right? Remember we talked about this in another video. You want to have open communication. Does it mean that they're gonna know everything? No, but at the same time, you are kind of narrating your life to them. Excuse me. You're narrating your successes, and you're narrating your failures, and you're narrating your adaptations, so that way they can learn to do that as early as possible. Remember, I deal with fifth and sixth graders. Last year I dealt with 11 and 12th graders, and those kids, some of those kids are clueless. They don't know what they're gonna do. They haven't thought about what's beyond high school, what's beyond college. I have dealt with college level students that I've actually talked to them about life balance, about leadership aspects, about different aspects of life. And so they don't know because a lot of the time that communication is not as strong as it should be between a parent and a child. Remember, regardless of what you think it may be happening between you and your kids, you may think that your kids don't listen and everything. They're actually listening. They're actually taking in that information. They may not be using it, but they are processing the information. So make sure that you have open communication. You tell them, you know what, I didn't do this well, so I'm gonna adapt to it. And so I'll give you an example. My son is here from Cal Poly Pomona. Uh, Girlfriend comes and visits from time to time. I had COVID. Remember in the previous videos, this past holiday break, I was in bed. I was knocked out. I'm still a little pale, but the thing that I did, because I know him and he wants to be safe and he wants to keep his girlfriend safe, is I isolated myself. I communicated that with my son and it with my daughter and her boyfriend as well. And then when I used the outside rooms beside my isolation room, I would sanitize it and I would communicate and say, hey, I'm doing this for all of you. So that way all of you are safe. And then even after that, I would wear a mask when I was out, regardless. Even when I tested negative, I was still wearing a mask. I'm still wearing a mask right now. And tomorrow I'm heading back to school to interact with fifth and sixth graders. I will be wearing a mask. And guess what? I'm going to communicate with them, even though they're not my kids, but they are. Indirectly, I will communicate with them and let them know that I'm doing this to keep them safe and to keep myself safe as well. And so open communication is great because you are actually teaching life lessons to your children. You are. Remember, you have so many different stories that they would be amazed to hear. Don't shortchange them by not letting them know the things that you've gone through, the goods, the bad, the neutral. Make sure that you're communicating with your children, because as early as you can till adulthood, it is important for them to keep on learning from what you're doing, your successes, your failures. It is very important because, again, you have lived your life. Like, for example, I have lived 48 years of my life. And that's the reason why I'm doing this YouTube channel, because I can leave the stories here recorded on video so people can listen to them over and over and over if you need to. So imagine you telling your kids those stories and letting them know that that has shaped you who you are. Imagine the impact you're going to have, because they will realize why you are the way you are and where you're coming from. So communication with your children is very important, whether they're babies, whether they're toddlers, kids, teenagers, adults. The importance of communication with your children is a must. The more they know where you come from, where you're at, the better it is, the tighter the relationship will become. And the more they will learn about life before they go out there on their own. So again, subscribe to Back on Basics 9985. Hit the notification button for any new videos that are coming up. Hit the like button. If you like this video or any other video, give it a thumbs up. If you have a specific topic, put it down in the comment section, and I'll be happy to give you my take on that topic. Until next time, Back on Basics.